Hi everybody, this is Mark and we're back here for the daily recap. It's Monday. So this market seems to be doing a whole lot of nothing. We had a reversal Friday, a bit of a gap up today. Not a lot moves intraday at this point in time. I don't know, what's the cause of that. You have one or two sectors we keep getting the rotation, but the fact is not a lot of stuff to really participate in on a consistent basis. And you can just see, we closed down probably 30 points on the spiders. Q's relatively flat, and IWM not a whole lot that to really write home about. Maybe it's forming a little bit of a descending channel that is bullish at some point in time. We have to wait and see if that plays out. Today the sector was the the IBBs. Basically, you had the biotechs that looked pretty good today. Finally bounced. I think it was the first bounce, biggest bounce since like April 21st. Hasn't really done anything, and you can see it's really just 10, 12 days in a row down or more. And finally had a little bit of a relief rally. A lot of times in this type of situation, they don't really last more than a day and a half, so I think you got to really respect the fact that you got a little bit of a rally. Let it prove it that it can actually last more than a day and a half. If we do get a gap up tomorrow, any follow through, I'd probably look to take some trades, and I think you're going to get a little bit more digestion because chart-wise, most of the biotechs look pretty bad. In fact, I can't really see many that look good overall. But the ones you go after are the ones that, in my opinion, are the big boys, the CELGs of the world. But you have the big pharma that really are the ones that are outperforming everything else. You have the J&Js. What was the other one I was going to mention? AMZN's hanging in there. But you have a few of those. So overall, guys, not the place to be, but we got a bit of a bounce, so I think that's respectable. Beta-wise, you had Google and Apple, Google and Amazon today, I meant. And now Amazon basically almost reached that 686 level, a little above there, and then came back in. Probably that means a little rest is due based on what I'm seeing in the charts. Obviously, it's moved a long way. Best looking chart out, one of the best looking charts out there, but understand it does move, gyrate $10 to $15 in a day. And Google had a very good bounce also over the last three days, and that's respectable into some resistance. So I would expect some digestion back and filling, and it still has to prove itself because Google is a little bit of a broken chart, but it is Google, so we know how that sort of plays out. Where money's going, and to me that creates a weird environment, is a lot of the REITs. You have SPG. I'm not a REIT expert by any means, but just name your REIT, and it seems like those stocks are moving up, and a lot of them pay a very high % interest. So overall, it actually might be a place to look at. It's slow money for the most part, but it's good to have. If you can actually just sit and let the portfolio work for you. Gold, big down move. It seems like to me a rest is in the cards. As long as it holds this level, 115. And change. I don't know really what that would be the spot equivalent of for the price of gold, but overall, to me, that means a break is needed. And based on what I'm seeing, it's got a long way. It's come a long way very fast, and I wouldn't be surprised to see another few weeks of digestion back and forth within this range. And I know 1300 really is that key level. So overall, guys, I think we're unfortunately in this tape where not a lot's going on. Oil came down a little bit today. I think you're still at 43 and change. I think you get some, if you get a little below 43, I think you actually get some momentum the other way down to the 38 level, 37 level. We'll see if that's the case. You never know, but it seems like we're getting into that position where a lot of these commodities are getting a little bit long in the tooth, and we've obviously had a very good rally across the board. Then you had the Chinese sector that really just got walloped today. You had the QIHU of the world, YY, and I'm assuming any other Chinese stock besides BABA held up okay. But so overall, it's one of those that I think you just respect the fact that it did just get beaten up, and now you have to really move on and let these things let these companies digest themselves and try to find support if there is any across the board. Overall, I'm not excited about the tape. I'm pretty agnostic. Let us go down, fine. Let us go up, fine. I just want some action, that makes some sense. We're not really getting a whole lot of it. We had a little bit of it Friday, a little bit follow through this morning. That's it. That's what we got. Now you have to wait again and wait for a setup. I think that's the key. Patience is a virtue. We know that. But I think that's the key in this market to really capitalize and try to take advantage of what is in front of us to date. So hopefully you're able to take advantage of some of the quick ideas we had. Amazon, Google, I know it's on everybody's chart consistently, but even some of the other biotech stocks, they gave you a day trade. We'll see if they give you a little bit more tomorrow. Not so sure. If they do, I would be taking trades across the board. Have a good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow.